South Park has once again taken center stage in a world of political satire, launching its most explosive and outrageous episode to date in the season 27 premiere titled Sermon on the Mount, delivering a searing, unfiltered takedown of Donald Trump and stirring up massive online reactions across the United States. Right from the start, the episode pulls no punches as Cartman panics over Trump allegedly canceling NPR, setting off a domino effect of chaos in South Park as the townspeople scramble to make sense of their new reality, with Trump portrayed in a surreal and unsettling deepfake style, his real photo superimposed on a cartoon body, launching billion-dollar lawsuits and escalating political confusion. But the episode doesn't stop at caricature. It dives into darkly hilarious and wildly controversial territory as Trump is shown literally crawling into bed with Satan, a scene that turns from absurdity to grotesque brilliance when Satan mocks Trump's teeny tiny penis. The satire goes nuclear with a fully animated deepfake PSA of Trump wandering naked through the desert, collapsing in front of the camera as a googly-eyed cartoon penis pops up on screen. It says, "I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message," and ends with the words, "His penis is teeny tiny, but his love for us is large," all of which is viewers howling, recoiling, or both. This surreal yet politically charged moment has drawn massive viral attention on social platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok, sparking everything from comedic memes to heated political arguments, with fans split between calling it brilliant satire and calling it rage bait shock value. Behind the scenes, the creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone revealed that Paramount initially fought to blur the penis scene, sparking a 4-day negotiation that ended with the addition of googly eyes, turning it into a character to avoid censorship, an outcome that allowed them to preserve their creative intent while technically complying with network boundaries. Even more incendiary is the show's ruthless criticism of its own network, Paramount, which had just signed a massive $1.5 billion streaming deal with South Park and simultaneously settled a $16 million lawsuit with Trump over a 60 minutes interview segment. In the episode, this settlement becomes a running joke as Jesus urges the townspeople to settle Trump's lawsuit or risk ending up like Stephen Colbert, whose show is abruptly canceled in the show's narrative as part of Paramount's supposed appeasement of Trump. This bizarre fusion of real-world media deals and exaggerated satire hits especially hard in a media environment increasingly dominated by corporate mergers, censorship allegations, and accusations of political influence. South Park doesn't spare anyone, mocking the townspeople for their blind obedience, the media for their cowardice, and even Jesus would be more concerned with avoiding lawsuits than fighting injustice. The episode also questions the morality of deals made behind closed doors in Hollywood, pointing out how money, influence, and fear backlash can silence even the loudest voices of dissent. One of the most eye-popping lines in the show is a nod to the Epstein scandal, with Trump sarcastically saying he never flew to Epstein's island more than 3 or 4 times, a jaw-dropping moment that draws audible gasps from audiences and raises questions about what boundaries, if any, South Park is willing to observe. Critics have dubbed the episode one of the most politically fearless in the show's long history, with outlets like The Guardian and The Daily Beast describing it as the most furious South Park ever made, praising its unapologetic stance and timely cultural commentary. Meanwhile, conservative pundits and some Trump supporters have fired back, calling the episode disgusting, over the line, and proof that Hollywood hates America, further fueling the controversy and amplifying the episode's visibility. Even more ironically, South Park's criticism of Paramount's role in supposedly silencing Colbert and bowing to Trump has led to real-life headlines questioning whether the network will now face consequences for allowing this episode to air. On forums like Reddit's r/television, fans are dissecting every scene, analyzing hidden references, and questioning whether the creators are subtly predicting a broader media collapse under political pressure. Beyond the shock humor and NSFW visuals, the episode raises deep, resonant questions about what satire is allowed to do in the modern media age. Can comedy still speak truth to power, or has it become a commodified tool of corporate branding? South Park seems determined to prove that it can still bite, even if it bites the very hand that feeds it. The pacing of the episode is relentless, moving from public panic to religious parody, political mockery, and media self-destruction with rapid-fire dialogue and expertly timed visual gags. From Cartman's existential dread over losing NPR, to Jesus' awkward town hall where he preaches about risk management and public relations, to Trump's slow-motion desert collapse accompanied by ridiculous narration, the entire episode plays out like a fever dream of American politics, media satire, and cultural absurdity rolled into 22 minutes of controlled chaos. Viewers are split down the middle, with some hailing the episode as the best South Park have produced in over a decade, citing its boldness and perfect timing, while others see it as unnecessarily grotesque or divisive, suggesting the creators have leaned too far into shock tactics. But no matter where you fall on the spectrum, there's no denying the episode has become a flashpoint in political pop culture, dominating search trends and fueling discussions across cable news, late-night comedy, and countless YouTube reaction channels. As the media continues to evolve and tensions between entertainment, politics, and business grow tighter, South Park has made it clear that it refuses to pull any punches. And if that means offending everyone, including their own partners, so be it. The creators hinted at even more boundary-pushing episodes this season, promising to address AI, elections, corporate greenwashing, and more, ensuring that South Park will remain one of the most culturally relevant shows in 2025. If you were shocked, impressed, or even disgusted by this episode, drop your reactions in the comments below. We want to hear what you think. And if you're loving this kind of deep dive into what's breaking the internet, hit that like button, share the video with a friend who's not easily offended, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because if this premiere is any sign, South Park is just getting started,